Within the previous ad hoc email-based processes that we applied, it was difficult for us to identify bottlenecks within our workflows. On the spot, we managed to, number one, immediately identify where the delay is coming from, what is the reason of this delay, and we managed to resolve it. My name is Abdelrahman Sherif. I am the Deputy General Counsel of VFS Global. VFS is a leading technology and outsourcing service provider for governments and diplomatic missions across the globe. VFS has operations in 165 countries across the globe. I think first thing as a lawyer that motivated me, knowing that legal is a very intellectual job, I came to a realization that AI and specifically technologies like LLMs will become very relevant to how we operate. However, for me, the main motivation was the curiosity of the unknown. 3 years back, for example, when I was looking to engage VFS with Luminance, there was no much talks about AI in this context. If you remember, it was all more about automation and stuff of that sort. But seeing what AI can bring has made me make sure to see, even if today I'm focused on automation, I'm sure that this will be taken now into an AI direction, which is happening today. VFS level as a company, AI has always been a big topic, and actually we have a dedicated, big talented team focused on integration of AI within our products and services. But as internal functions, we were also encouraged and supported ourselves to see how we can utilize and integrate AI within our operations, which I think as a VFS legal team today, we are a little ahead of the market in that respect. We've done great work utilizing a number of tools, including most importantly for us is Luminance. And what also we are expecting to see from the tool going forward to be something that is much more than a tool that manages our contracts, but rather a tool that integrates in the legal team day-to-day life. For me, innovation within the in-house legal context is to do things differently in a way that brings more efficiency and more accuracy to the way we work. The most noticeable part today, in my view, is the ease and the access to knowledge by the lawyer. Lawyers sitting today in one country can have very good understanding on legal concepts and frameworks in other countries in which he or she is involved in legal work. In the past, this required a lot of cost because you needed to go to external counsels and also a lot of effort, and many of such information were lost in translation. Today it's very different. Access to knowledge is much easier, much more streamlined. Today we have a number of examples. The most notable of them is our non-disclosures agreements that we sign. They are now almost 100% automated with minimal or almost zero involvement from the legal team. 1 year back, a lawyer would at least spend 1.5 to 2 hours trying to close an NDA. This doesn't exist today. Having the Luminance repository in place has been surprisingly amazing. In terms of the value and accuracy it has brought to the team. I think another immediate, very noticeable change is our ability as a company and as a legal team to analyze and access and understand the data that we sit in. In our repository, there is thousands of contracts and legal documents that were in the past very hard for us to analyze or get a consolidated assessment or understanding of these documents, because this would require a huge amount of man hours, but also a huge amount of cost, because these exercises were usually outsourced to external law firms. Today, the situation is very different. Not just the legal team, but what is interesting is that like non-legal stakeholders within the organization can now have access to their contracts, can extract data from such contracts, and can simplify the language of such data in a language that they can easily understand. So for me, this is a revolutionary change in terms of how we manage, analyze, and process our data. And it is just starting. We've always been very clear that when we are taking tech allocation related decisions, that this is being taken on the basis of people-driven view rather than any other views. It is very clear within the team that allocation of tools, new technologies are made for the interests of the people and not something else. We did ensure that our approach and decision making regarding the technology tools within the team is collective. It involves the entire legal team, no matter what your role is or your level of seniority. Actually, many of the brightest ideas for the tools we are implementing came from junior team members who's involved on the day-to-day operations and who knows so many details that maybe other people with a wider focus wouldn't have. In terms of process, I do usually apply a quote that I've once heard, which is simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. We really try to make things simple, especially in a company with the level of geographical presence that we have. If we don't simplify things, if we don't question any processes that we think are not necessary or can be changed, overall, it will be very hard to survive. We really encourage open, repetitive, continuous consultation among the legal team and among also other stakeholders within the organization that can help us as lawyers have full understanding of the technologies and the tools that is available to us. We open the door for any types of criticism or observation of what we are trying to utilize. We also are very mindful of regulatory requirements, compliance requirements, data privacy requirements when it comes to these tools. So we actually follow a very detailed assessment process of the tools that we utilize. We seek the help of other teams such as information security, IT, and all these players within the organization. We also ensure very detailed written and digital user manuals to the users of these tools, being from the legal team or from other teams. We have very detailed training programs to the tools. Recordings are always available for everyone to use them. Obviously, at the beginning, there was a lot of questions. Once we started implementation, and that's one of the main reasons we did ensure that the entire team is involved in the onboarding and implementation of the tools that we utilize. Once implementation has come into place, there is a lot of positivity in terms of how it is being used. I think there is a lot of opportunities, many of which, at least for me personally, I maybe don't know them today, but I see huge opportunities in bringing speed, accuracy, efficiency, and comprehensiveness to the legal work and the legal industry, specifically talking within legal in-house teams. All these factors can be combined together with AI. You know, when you try to apply speed back in the days, you're always mitigating comprehensiveness, accuracy, and efficiency. And when you try to apply, you know, comprehensiveness, efficiency, you're mitigating speed. But now AI is coming to help you, you know, put all these opportunities together and be able to achieve them. So I'm definitely seeing high levels of improvements in these areas within the legal team. In terms of misconceptions, very difficult to answer because many of The misconceptions that people were saying they are misconceptions 1-2 years back, today we realize they are not. However, I still think that full replacement of human input, again within the legal part only, because I know other industries can be hugely affected, while not denying the potential impact on workforce, I don't see AI replacing in-house lawyers easily. I think oversight, involvement, and meticulous handling of what AI produces to you continues to be a very important element. I see the in-house lawyer day being very different than today. I see AI helping the lawyer on much wider aspects of the internal legal services that the lawyers provide. I see AI helping the lawyer process almost all kind of requests or intakes from internal clients. I would actually go beyond this to say that I see a legal department within an organization like VFS not just being an enabling unit, but in 3 years to start becoming a revenue generating department within the organization. From my perspective, I think what really helped me a lot is not to take decisions in closed rooms, open up for consultation, not just within the legal team, but also for your internal clients. It's very important to make sure that whatever you're trying to utilize is up to the needs and requirements of your internal client. Secondly, I would be very people-driven when I'm taking tech-related decisions. I tend to do it for the people, for the team, and put this as a priority in terms of what value will this bring to the team and what value will this bring to the people within the organization. I think this will help a lot giving a clear direction of what you're trying to achieve and whether it is achievable or not.